Hey, boys and girls, Miss Lacey here. We are so excited you decided to join us today. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Got that beaker in my hand.
Collar popped and feeling grand.
Now our safety check's complete.
So time to groove and move our feet.
Hey guys, welcome to Story Lab. This week, we're taking a look at the story of a guy who showed everyone just how possible the impossible can be.
On Story Lab tonight.
Technically, still daytime.
It's for the clip.
The clip, the bit, the what?
Clip.
Hey guys, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Sebastian.
This month, we're talking about how trusting and remembering that God is with you can help you handle great things.
And small things too.
And things in between.
And things that just feel impossible.
You can't do the impossible. It's in the name.
Oh, can't you? Right, that's that.
Impossible, not able to occur, exist, or be done. Straight from the dictionary, you can't do the impossible.
Oh, Skylar, poor simple Skylar. You know what? You underestimate me. I'm about to show you something that'll blow your mind. Let's make it! Welcome, dear friends. Today I shall perform for you a trick that defies imagination. Invisible fire.
Invisible what? How could fire be invisible? Fire is red or orange or blue in some cases.
Not today. This little trick creates something unseen and dangerous, which is why you should only do this with adult supervision. Now, for my impossible trick. You'll need 1 bottle of hand sanitizer, 1 bowl, 1 cup of water, and 1 lighter.
That's it?
Step 1, fill the bowl mostly full of water like this. Step 2, carefully and gently put a few drops of hand sanitizer on top of the water. Get close so the sanitizer will sit on the water instead of mixing into it. Step 3, fire!
With proper adult supervision and protective gear. Ready?
Ready. And voila!
Nothing happened.
Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Science is about observation, so how do we observe this so-called invisible fire?
Like so. If you would do the honors, hold this piece of paper over the bowl.
Fine. What? It's real? Sebastian.
See, hand sanitizer contains ethanol, which burns invisible under normal lighting. Because the sanitizer was on the water, there was nothing else to burn and make the flame visible until we placed the paper on the bowl. That is crazy.
Okay, it's smoking a little bit in here.
And that is why you should always have an adult when you are dealing with fire.
Still, that invisible fire was amazing. I thought it was impossible, but you proved me wrong.
And speaking of doing the impossible, it's time for
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the book of 1 Kings.
In the beginning, God created everything, including people. We had a perfect friendship with God, but people chose to turn away from God.
They sinned. That caused a terrible curse that infected every heart and pulled people away from God. Everything was broken.
But God loves us so much. He wanted to restore our relationship with Him. So, God began an epic rescue plan.
God chose Abraham and promised to bless the whole world through his family.
Sometimes this family, God's people, followed Him, but oftentimes they turned to go their own way.
So God gave Israel kings to lead the people, but most of them didn't follow God either.
One of these kings was a man named Ahab, who tried to destroy God's prophets.
But one prophet refused to back down, the prophet Elijah.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Colin. Brace yourself. Today's story has comedy, drama, and even pyrotechnics. King Ahab had led the people away from God, so God sent the prophet Elijah to declare that no rain would fall on the land. Until Elijah said so. The crops all died and the people of Israel became desperate. After more than 3 years, God sent Elijah to confront Ahab.
Well, if it isn't the great troublemaker,
Elijah.
It's you and your father's family who have caused trouble. You've turned the people away from God to follow false gods like Baal and Asherah.
Who are you calling false gods?
Let's settle this. Call for all the people to meet me on Mount Carmel, and bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah.
You better be ready to face the consequences.
Yeah, I could say the same to you.
Ahab gathered the prophets of these false gods and met Elijah on the mountain. A huge crowd of Israelites came to watch. Elijah called out,
How long will it take you to make up your minds? If the Lord is the one and only God, worship him. But if Baal is the one and only God, worship him. I'm the only one of the Lord's prophets left. But Baal has 450 prophets.
Yeah, we own this place.
Get 2 bulls. Let Baal's prophets cut one up and put it on the wood. But don't let them set fire to it. I'll do the same. You pray to Baal, and I'll pray to the Lord. The God who answers by sending fire is the one and only God.
Okay, fam. Time to show you what a real God can do. The prophets of Baal prepared the offering and prayed to Baal from morning till noon. Baal, answer us. Show us a sign. Send down your fire and wipe the smug look off Elijah's face. But as much as they prayed, nothing happened.
Shout louder! Maybe Baal has too much to think about. Or maybe he's gone to the toilet. Perhaps he's away on a trip. Or sleeping. Wake him up.
Dance harder, guys. He's making Baal look like a loser. The prophets of Baal continued to shout out all through the afternoon, but there was no reply. At last, it was Elijah's turn. He called out to the Israelites.
Come here to me.
First, Elijah used 12 large stones to rebuild an altar to the Lord. Then he dug a huge ditch around it and placed firewood on top, along with the bull as an offering.
You there, fill 4 large jars with water. Pour it over the altar.
Now keep in mind, there had been no rain for 3 years, so water was extremely precious. Not to mention that wet wood does not burn.
Do it again. Do it a 3rd time.
The whole thing seemed outrageous, impossible. Elijah called out to God.
You are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Answer me, so these people will know that you are the one and only God, and that you are turning their hearts back to you.
The fire of the Lord came down. It burned up the sacrifice and the wood, and even the stones. The people of Israel saw this and bowed in worship before God. Elijah told Ahab,
Go, eat and drink. I can hear the sound of a heavy rain.
But it wasn't actually raining yet. In fact, the sky was completely clear. Elijah climbed to the top of Mount Carmel and bent down toward the ground. He told his servant,
Go and look toward the sea.
I don't see anything.
Go and look again.
Elijah asked his servant to do this 7 times, until finally,
I see a cloud. It's as small as a man's hand.
in moments, the sky darkened and a wild wind picked up. Heavy rain fell in torrents. Elijah, filled with God's power, raced ahead of Ahab's chariot all the way to the town of Jezreel. The drought was finally over. Elijah acted in complete confidence that God was with him, and God did what seemed impossible, sending fire from heaven and following it up with rain. Because of this, the people of Israel turned back to God. The end.
Whoa, that story really did have everything.
And did you hear those sick burns Elijah dropped?
I will admit, Elijah definitely had some sass.
So,
What's our part in this story?
God is big, way bigger than we can even imagine. And as we saw in Elijah's story, God can do things that are unthinkable to us. In fact, God can do the impossible.
when you believe that, you can live with a lot more confidence.
So simple, but so not always easy.
Especially when you do face things that seem impossible.
Like how to handle it when your parents are fighting a lot.
Or you've got a learning challenge, and it's really hard for you to understand what you read.
Or even if you just have to take some really yucky medicine.
God is probably not going to send fire from heaven to solve your problem. but God promises to walk with you through it. God can give you peace and bring good out of even the hardest things.
So we don't have to just try really hard to trust that God's got us.
That's right. When you choose to follow Jesus, God sends the Holy Spirit to live inside you. The Holy Spirit enables us to begin living like Jesus.
So we can ask God to give us confidence through the Holy Spirit.
Even when something seems impossible.
I think you've got it. See you next time.
Bye. So here's the thing. God can do the impossible.
Whether it's actually sending fire from heaven,
Or giving you peace and a clear mind during a stressful math test.
or creating invisible fire.
I am so ready. Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab.
See you next time. Think we can make some invisible s'mores?
I think that would be impossible.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay, cheers.
Okay.
Oh. Now we just need graham crackers.